What's up, Bills Mafia? I got 7 things to watch for when the Buffalo Bills play the Jacksonville Jaguars in London. But before we get to that, let's get to that intro.
This is PZ Music.
Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. I am Tommy. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell because I always forget to tell you. By the way, Bills Mafia, if you want to join the Mafia Sports Report, the link is in the description. It's $4.99 a month, and that will also get you videos that are just for members only, and it also helps support the channel, and I would really, really appreciate that, guys. So, moving forward, I got 7 things to watch for when the Buffalo Bills play the Jacksonville Jaguars in London. And what do I got to say about that?
Yeah, baby, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I also got a bonus for you guys as well, which is three key matchups in that Week 5 matchup. So, without further ado, let's get this thing going. Once again, shout out to Bills Wire for creating this article. All right. First up, jet lag. London is far away. When you travel somewhere far away, you can experience jet lag from the time difference. Do the Bills have that against the Jags? Jacksonville often plays in London, but this is the first time they're doing so on a back-to-back weeks. They could have an advantage here against the Bills because they are well adjusted. A fast start from Buffalo would quickly negate this idea. Yeah, this is rough for the Buffalo Bills. Jacksonville's been there 2 weeks now. They played last week against the Falcons. By the way, I'm not sure if they're going to be doing it again, but they did ESPN did a Toy Story type of like cartoon version of the game. Very, very cool. Obviously, it's for kids, but I thought it was super creative. And I wonder if they're going to do anything for this game. But anyways, yeah, the jet lag, guys, that's rough, man. And the Bills only got 1 practice in this week. When they touched down yesterday, they did a walkthrough practice. They didn't really want to go hardcore on their practice because obviously, they don't want to kill these guys that have been up all night on an airplane. And the way they did it was they thought the best thing to do is to stay awake when they got there instead of going to sleep and kind of mess their schedule up, right? So, the time or whatever, the time difference. So, their sleep schedule, that is. So, they kept them up and they went to bed at night. So they're just trying to adapt to the time change. Hopefully that works. I mean, the sports science team is the one that did the research and told them to do that. So hopefully by tomorrow, the Buffalo Bills players feel refreshed and are ready to go. But the Jacksonville Jaguars definitely have an advantage when it comes to, getting their sleep, adjusting to the time difference. But the Buffalo Bills are the better team. So Buffalo plays right. It won't matter at the end of the day. All right, next up. Momentum builder for Diggs. It's not to say Stephon Diggs was doing poorly through the first 3 games of the year. He has been good each and every week. But that type of 3-touchdown performance he had against the Miami Dolphins could be a springboard for a massive 2023 season, which might begin against the Jags and is something exciting to watch out for. Yeah, man. Stephon Diggs is just, I don't know what to tell you guys. He's a dog. He is one of the best, if not the best route runners in the NFL. And I heard a lot of Dolphins fans chirping, oh, Noku, whatever that guy's name is. Konu, Noku, I don't know his name. If it wasn't for him, blah, blah. Guys, Stephon Diggs does this week in, week out against the top corners in the league. it wouldn't have mattered that day. You could have had whoever guarding Stephon Diggs. If Ramsey was in there, he would have been skating as well. So Diggs is just that kind of player. And yeah, I'm expecting another big season from Stephon Diggs this year. And listen, the goal is to win a Super Bowl. And, Stephon Diggs playing like this early on. Yeah, man. You could tell he wants it, man. All right, let's get. Does Von play? We're not going to get any insight from the Bills at all. Head coach Sean McDermott is going to keep his cards close to his chest and not reveal if Von Miller is going to play against Jags. But Buffalo's top pass rusher is back at practice. Whether or not he finds a way out on the field in London is of massive interest. Here's the deal. I have a feeling that Von Miller will get some playing time. I think he'll be limited on a limited snap count. But with Gregory Rousseau being out, I really, truly believe Von Miller will be in. I just think it'll be limited. But I think this is a perfect game for him to come back, get like I said, get some limited snap counts, get that rust knocked off, and then come back, play the Giants, increase his workload, right? Snap count, and then really get him going towards the tail end, middle of the season, tail end of the season when we really need him the most. But I think you will see Von Miller out there against the Jaguars, in my opinion. But we shall see. Who knows? All right, next up, new look secondary. Tre'Davious White's season is over. He tore his Achilles against the Miami Dolphins. On paper, most will know the plan. Now it's Dane Jackson starting in place of him. Former first-round pick Kaiir Elam, who has been inactive throughout the start of the year, will now be active. He could get meaningful snaps as well. The first test for the new secondary, which will also now feature Christian Benford as the number one corner, is on Sunday. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, man. I thought Dane played well. I did when he came in and filled in for Christian Benford initially when Christian Benford hurt his shoulder. By the way, Christian Benford it's a game time decision Sunday. So you may not see Benford out there. Benford may not start. He may be active, but I don't know if he gets the start. It could be Dane and Kaiir to start the game and Benford used just in case something happens, kind of like last week when we played the Dolphins. When they pulled Benford initially for the shoulder injury, Dane Jackson came in. I thought he played well. I thought, man, he was hitting people hard. I thought his coverage was pretty good. Was he perfect? No, but I thought for coming off the bench, not seeing much playing time this season, I thought he played pretty well. But when Trey got hurt, you saw that Dane slided over and Christian Benford came in. So he played with a hurt shoulder. Now, will they have that? Will McDermott, do that this Sunday with a healthy Kaiir? And Benford's still kind of probably, feeling his way back into into getting better with the shoulder. We'll see. But that is something to watch for to see if Kaiir starts the game over Benford due to Benford's shoulder injury. But I still can see Benford dressing up. I just don't know if he'll actually get the start. But we'll see. Time will tell. All right. Oh, and by the way, real quick, speaking of Kaiir, y'all know how I feel about the Kaiir Elam situation from the jump, really. Last year I was disappointed that he didn't get enough reps. I felt like what I saw on the field was good play from Kaiir Elam. Now, was there some bad? Sure. He definitely had his rookie struggles, but I felt like he played well enough. And I do not know what happened this offseason with him and McDermott and this coaching staff that led to Kaiir Elam being a healthy scratch through the first 4 weeks of the season. Very strange. I don't know if he's just not getting the playbook down or the scheme, but he got himself in like the doghouse for some reason. But now is his opportunity to get out of that doghouse. Because I believe he will. I have a feeling he will get the start Sunday in front of Benford because of that shoulder injury. And this is his opportunity to shine. And I think you're going to see an opportunity for the next 2 weeks, really, for Kaiir Elam. And if he doesn't shine, if he doesn't prove his worth, that's going to be a problem moving forward for Kaiir. Because I've said it before. If you're gonna healthy scratch Kaiir Elam, it's only fair to deal him, trade him away, and let him get an opportunity somewhere else. First round pick. He was a very good corner in college. And if he doesn't fit your scheme, he doesn't fit your scheme. But leaving him on the bench as a healthy scratch week in, week out, just for depth is just honestly it's stupid. And I get what your guys are saying. Well, Tommy, look what happened now. Now we need him. See? Guys, he's a first round player, first round pick. If this was anyone else, quarterback, running back, wide receiver, anyone else, you all would be saying, why is our first round quarterback second season only used as depth and not even active 4 weeks into the season, now going on 5? He's finally active week 5, but you guys get my point. Running back, receiver, you guys would be going, what is going on with our first round talent? The only reason you're not is because Trey was doing good to start the season. Christian Benford was doing good, right? And you guys were happy with that. I don't get it. Like you shouldn't look at your first round player, first round draft pick as depth in year 2. Like, I'm sorry. And this is not bashing Kaiir Elam. This is just me saying the Buffalo Bills, and they need to figure something out. If he's not the guy, then trade him away for another corner, or I guess keep him now because Trey got hurt. See how he does. But if he's still not the guy, then they need to move on in the offseason and get another corner to replace him. That's all I'm saying. I didn't say like they need to trade him this season right away, right now. Now, if there's another corner that's out there that they could do a swap, I've heard Patrick Surtain, the second, his name come up quite a few times, but they would have to pay him. He's on his last year of his deal. So I'm not trying to get a rental either. But if Bean could swing that trade somehow, some way, and get him extended, get him a contract extension, I could see that happening. But, this is really going to boil down to how Kaiir Elam plays, guys. This is going to come down to the next, 2-3 weeks. If Kaiir Elam shows his worth, and by the way, if I'm Kaiir Elam, I have a major chip on my shoulder. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to prove that it was a mistake for keeping me inactive. That it was a mistake for me not starting. That's how I'm approaching it. Kaiir Elam should have that chip on his shoulder. He should go out there and really show his worth. But we'll see. Am I missing something? Maybe we all are. Maybe he's not, what we think he is. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, we're going to find out very soon what Kaiir Elam's all about, because he's going to get that. I think he's going to start Sunday. So anyways, we'll see. Let's get to the next thing. Watch for Josh Allen ×2. It's the Spider-Man finger-pointing meme game for Josh Allen. Both teams feature a player with the same name. It's a bit funny and unique. But in a serious manner, let's hope the Bills do better in this round. The Jacksonville Josh had a sack, interception, and a fumble recovery in the last matchup. That was so dreadful. And by the way, Brian Daboll did nothing to help Josh Allen in that offense in 2021 when we played the Jaguars. Absolutely nothing. That was probably one of the worst play calling I've ever seen. You guys know I was not a fan of Daboll while he was here. I thought he got better as he, as the season went on, as Daboll as OC, but I felt like his in-game adjustments were awful, and that game proved it. Like he had no answer for Jaguars defense. 9-6, we lost. I mean, guys, 9-6. I mean, that's pitiful. And that I'm not saying Josh isn't a little bit responsible, but that's definitely play calling. That's on Brian Daboll. But anyways, Josh Allen for the Jaguars, man, that dude is a really, really good player. By the way, Josh Allen, drafted pick number 7 in the 2018 draft. Josh Allen for the Jaguars, pick number 7 in the 2019 draft. Thought that was pretty interesting. Both drafted the same spot, just a year apart. But yeah, listen, our offensive line just needs to keep them under wraps like they did, the last 3 weeks. Keep that defense from swarming, getting pressure on Josh, keep him clean in the pocket, and we will not have a problem this time around. All right, next up, 2 takeaway loving teams. The Jaguars are a 500 team and mirror that in many categories. Total offense, 329.3 yards per game. They're 15th, so middle of the pack. Points scored per game, 20th. Points. I can't talk. Points scored per game, 20. They're 20th. Total defense, 333. They're 17th in the league. Points allowed per game, 20.5. They're 12th in the league. So they're almost a top 10 on points allowed defense. Their best team stat is clearly their takeaway total. Jacksonville has a turnover differential of +4. They're right behind Buffalo's at +6. The Bills have been much cleaner over the past few weeks, while Josh Allen is celebrating another Player of the Week honor. His most impressive play has been his lack of turnovers. And even turnover-worthy plays, the Jags will pounce if he reverts back. Yeah, and I don't think that's going to happen. I think Josh has found his groove, his mojo, and I think he's just playing smart football. And I also believe that Ken Dorsey is putting him in a good position to play smart football. I feel like that the offensive play calling has been smart and effective. Taking what the defense is giving them, running the ball a lot more, something that Dable refused to do while he was here. The only thing I wish Dorsey would do more is get Murray involved a little earlier, which will help get going a little earlier as well. And then obviously mix in Harris and bits and pieces and really get Harris going later, in the game in the fourth quarter to kind of seal the deal. But I really like what Dorsey's been doing the last 3 weeks. Has it been perfect? No, but it seems like it's getting better each week, his play calling. And I just love that he's putting this offense in good position, and especially Josh. Josh, like I said, week 1 to, compared to now is night and day. Week 1 was a total disaster. Josh admitted it. Josh owned it. And he's been such a better player since. 1 turnover, I believe, which was an interception versus the Commanders, I believe it was. But other than that, he's been clean. So let's keep it that way, and I believe he will. All right, next up. Home field advantage. Bills Mafia always travels well. Do they in London? Bonus, the venue is Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. The company that designed it is working on the Bills' new stadium. Man, listen, Bills Mafia, you're going to get a taste of the Bills' new stadium, which is super cool. Y'all know the Bills' new stadium won't, will be here in 2026. It won't be here until 2026. But this is your first taste. Here it is. It's almost identical to the stadium they're building in Buffalo. So I think that's really, really cool. And it's really, really cool for the Bills players too, to kind of, get that, see it all in front of them built already. Right. So, and then it's really, really cool for a lot of these Bills players who haven't been to London to experience it, to experience the fans. We have a big fan base there as well. So yeah, man, just overall really, really cool. Excited for the players. I'm excited, even though it's at 9:30 in the morning, kind of sucks, but it's unique. It's different. But yeah, I really think the stadium part of it is really, really cool. All right, guys, I do want to get a bonus here for you guys, a bonus, which is the three key matchups to watch in week 5 when we play the Jaguars. So let's get to the first one, which is offensive lineman Dion Dawkins versus defensive edge Josh Allen. It's going to be a Josh Allen feast in London. Hopefully, it goes better than the last time. The Jaguars had a surprising win against the Bills in 2021. It was 9-6 score in favor of Jacksonville. Josh Allen was a huge reason why. The Jags, Josh, had a sack, fumble recovery, and interception in that contest against the Bills. Josh Dawkins will be lined up against them plenty. According to Pro Football Focus, these two are both teams' best linemen on their respective sides of the ball. Dawkins grades at 79.5, seventh in the NFL this year, and Allen is at 89.8, seventh in the NFL. So I'm gonna tell you right now, this is a key matchup for Dion. Dion needs to be on his A game against Josh Allen because that dude brings it. I believe he's tied with sacks, the league leader in sacks. I believe he has 7, if I'm not mistaken. He's having a very, very good season, start of the season in the sack department. So Dion Dawkins has his hands full. He needs to contain him. He needs to bring his A game and slow Josh Allen down to keep Josh safe. Our Josh safe. All right, next up, Leonard Floyd versus offensive lineman Cam Robinson. All right, the Bills have already ruled out Gregory Rousseau. He will not play due to a foot injury. Floyd is likely going to have to step up in a big way because it's also known whether or not Von Miller is going to make his season debut. Floyd will be tasked with leading the line against Jaguars offensive lineman Cam Robinson. Robinson is considered Jacksonville's best on the O-line. However, he is returning from suspension, any rust that Floyd could take advantage of. Floyd's been having himself a season as well. I believe he has 3.5 sacks so far this season. He's on pace to do what he's been doing over the last 3 seasons, which is averaging 9 sacks a season. The Gregory Rousseau thing, guys, that is concerning. He didn't practice all week. He's ruled out for the game. As you guys know, Ed Oliver accidentally fell on his foot with his knee. Now they haven't said yet if it's a fracture, if it's a sprain, if it's a bruise. But I'm going to tell you right now, if it's a sprain, he could miss like 2 to 3 weeks. That sucks. If it's a fracture, it could be longer. I will say though, it kind of came at a decent time because we're not playing the best oppositions, which is the Jaguars, and then coming back and playing the Giants. So if he does miss some time, these are the games you want to miss rather than later on in the season when we're playing better opposition. So so Leonard Floyd, get to it, man. And I think Leonard Floyd will, especially like they said, the guy is coming off suspension. He will have some rust, and Floyd is just having himself a season so far. All right. Next up, Christian Benford versus wide receiver Christian Kirk. All right, Christian versus Christian is a fun headline. In reality, it's an important matchup too. This is going to be Benford's first test as the Bills' #1 corner following Trey White's season-ending Achilles injury. Kirk is the Jags' leading receiver with 257 yards this season. I still don't know if Benford is going to start this game. But if he does, I think he'll do just fine. Benford's only getting better as the season goes, as the years go by. This is year number 2 for Benford. Last year, he proved his worth. He got the starting job next to Dane Jackson, CB2. He earned it this year, a CB2, going into week 1. Has he been perfect? No. But I love his physicality. I love how he gets back on the ball after he's getting, after he's gotten beaten, tries to make a play on the ball. He had a little rough start last week, I thought, before the injury. But he overall, man, he's a hell of a player. But I just don't know if he'll play or he'll start this game. They may give it to Kyer because of that shoulder injury and just kind of see how Kyer does. Against the Jags, but we'll see. I could totally be wrong, guys. But we'll find out very, very soon. So Bills Mafia, What's your guys' key matchup? What are things you want to watch for? Comment below. And Bills Mafia, I love you. And by the way, tonight, AFC East Shakedown at 6 o'clock. It's going to be on Sports Jedi Network. Their link, their channel link is in my homepage on my YouTube. So all you have to do is go to my homepage. You'll see Sports Jedi Network. Click it. You'll see the AFC East Shakedown show. Go ahead and hit that notification bell. Go ahead and set your reminder. It's going to be a doozy. You don't want to miss it. 6 o'clock. All the boys will be there. And Bills Mafia, I love you. And as always, go Bills. I'm out of here. Peace.